Some of the stuff Greer says is so crazy, and he's like a guy who he's really easy to dismiss.
See, I've got that printout papers there for you.
Which ones?
It should be below the rain sown stuff.
These.
Yeah, if you want to pull that up.
But like, I mean, he's been on this stuff for so long.
He has, and he's never produced anything of actual worth. There you go. There's a good one. I thought you might appreciate that. May not be something you want to put.
Emily and Stephen Greer, Haifa, Israel. Emily Kramer and Stephen Greer were married Saturday at Baha'i World Center. The bride is the daughter of Miss Douglas Kramer of Palm Beach, Florida, and the late Dr. Cromler. She graduated from the University of Pennsylvania and received a master's degree in occupational therapy from Boston University. She was employed by the Peace Corps in Barbados. The bridegroom is the son of Mr. and Mrs. James Greer of 1201 Princeton Avenue. He attended the Appalachian State University and is employed in the Information Processing Department at Baha'i World Center. After a trip through Israel, the couple will live in Haifa and work at the Baha'i World Center.
Yep. That's the original marriage notice. Baha'i was regarded as an intelligence gathering operation for Mossad.
And Stephen Greer worked for these people.
And he worked for them. He started with those people. Then he got funded.
This is before he was an emergency room doctor?
You know, I've done a lot of research on Stephen Greer. I don't want to make any claims that get me in any kind of trouble about Stephen Greer, but it doesn't look to me like he had enough time to even do medical school and a residency. And certainly the old newspaper articles don't refer to him as Dr. Greer. It's like he goes right into UFO stuff. So if he worked, there's indication he worked for a very short time at a small hospital in western North Carolina and then went directly into shilling UFOs for Rockefeller.
Holy shit.
Holy shit is right, guys. Oh my god. Did you just see that? So supposedly Stephen Greer started out working for the Israelis and their secret services. So this is really interesting. We all know the Israelis have stolen US tech for many years, and they are good partners. But you know, the Israelis have this mindset of if they get the slightly worse version of the F-16, they want to steal the better information to make theirs better as well. So the Israelis are extremely competitive in the most advanced technical developments. I think they want to be the number one superpower, guys. And all this happening with Gaza, it's fucking crazy shit, right? But today we're going to be talking about this man that has gone on the Danny Jones podcast. I've seen so many clips come out in the last few days on Twitter, so many people talking about it. This man makes some serious statements, and Danny Jones, big props to him. His link is in the description. He always has these incredibly entertaining people on, so much expertise and credibility, history and experience. And so Greer has gained a lot of credibility in the recent past, and it seems this guy is here to erase some of that. And he mentions the Rockefellers. Guys, I believe this shit, and I'm not being paid by no Rockefeller, and it feels like I'm being scammed. Rockefeller, hit me up, okay?
If you go to the next page, that's one you might not want to. Don't say
right.
it out loud. No, do you want to say it?
Why can't I say it?
Okay,
Right.
It's your podcast, man.
And do not go anywhere, guys. Stay with me, okay? Because this gets really good, and the best parts are at the end, as always. And do not skip, okay? That's really rude, guys. But regardless, this guy talks some mad shit about Greer. So that obviously reflects badly on Barber as well, right? Because Barber gave Greer so much credibility. And Greer's going to have to come out with a response. And you know how petty Greer is. There should be a response, okay? And so in the last podcast, I think it was with Jesse, he mentioned that he just came from an operation, serious surgery. And this guy is claiming that he only has worked at a small hospital. So I wonder what that's all about. But yeah, we're going to be checking it out. We're going to be watching right now. Just subscribe, notifications on, leave a like, share, and appreciate the watch time. Guys, we're growing so well right now. Appreciate the support.
12 members of the Baha'i faith have been arrested on suspicion of spying for Israel in Iran's northern Mazandaran province. Now, the Iranian news agency is reporting that 2 of the heads of the organization were trained at the World House of Justice located in the Baha'i Center in Haifa. Now, it's alleged they set up a spy cell with other members of that organization. The Iranian Ministry of Intelligence saying the members of the organization communicated in secret, relying on the basis of messages sent from Haifa and what it calls the Zionist regime.
Guys, do you remember that it was stated so many times that in World War II, like the thing that made Germany like want to take over the motherfucking world and exterminate Jews, right? They had a really sophisticated intelligence agency that went rogue. So right now we have the US, CIA, all these 3-letter agencies, intelligence gathering. Then you've got Iran with their own intelligence agency, and you know they're anti-American, death to America, right? They always say. And now, the Israelis are seemingly, their intelligence agency is seeking all info, their friends, their enemies, everything. They want to be on top, right? So this is really worrying for the future, but we're just going to have to keep an eye and see where things go. But we're going to be covering everything, guys. There's a nuke dropping. We're going to be covering it first here, so subscribe right now.
Holy shit.
Now, if you go to the next page, that's one you might not want to. Don't say
Rights.
it out loud. No, do you want to say
Why
it out
can't
loud?
I say it?
Okay.
Rights,
It's your podcast, man.
Rights of homosexuals, opposite opinions, the National AIDS Hysteria Awareness Test. Okay. We thank you for publishing Associated Press coverage of the October 11th March on Washington for gay and lesbian civil rights. However, as part of our 75 marchers from Asheville, we would like to correct the important inaccuracy. Okay, so what is this about?
So that's an op-ed piece that Stephen Greer wrote about himself, and you can see the highlighted portions there.
Okay. Oh, the highlighted portions. We feel that the struggle for our civil rights as gay and lesbian citizens is intricately linked to all struggles against racism, sexism, and anti-Semitism in the country and worldwide. We have fought and died for this country. We are its doctors.
Signed?
Signed by Dr. Stephen M. Greer, MD of Asheville.
Now, I have absolutely nothing against homosexual rights, anything like that. I completely agree with the premise.
Yeah.
But if someone's living a double life and doesn't bring that out and own that in this world, and you want to be believed about briefing the CIA and the president and all these people on UFOs, that's a little, his early life doesn't add up to me. Yeah. And look at the date on that versus the marriage.
He's not Jewish, is he?
I don't know. It may be.
Stephen Greer is such a enigma of a man. Stephen, guys, spam Stephen wherever you can and tell him to come on AlienAntics and let us have a conversation about this specifically, like what is happening. Greer has such an in-depth past. There's recordings of him from so many years ago, giving briefings, having events, you know. Obviously he has a profit incentive, but to what extent? And then you got this story where he turned down $1 billion to not become part of the deep state and support their narratives, right? So yeah, it's all just really interesting seeing come out.
Well, yeah, what's the date? Where's the date? Oh, October 16th, 1987.
And when's the marriage?
The marriage was...
I think you put it down.
The marriage was August 30th, 1979. Wow.
So what's his story? It doesn't add up if you go through old newspaper archives. That's all I can say. I don't want to editorialize it or give my opinion about, but he has never presented anything that worked out. The little Atacama alien, the you know, any of that. He has been saying the same shit for decades and being given a platform, almost like a behavioral conditioning program.
Every one of his podcasts does millions of views too.
Is it organic? One thing I've noticed with social media.
It might be, but it might. Yeah.
A lot of bots. A lot of bots.
Lot of bots.
A lot of media companies that will push you and make you look like you're bigger than you are, but it's hollow engagement.
Guys, I just want to go ahead and say complete bullshit from my point of view, because I do not get views that much, and I upload so much about GREER. I wish this was the case. I really fucking do. Can someone fund this channel to gain some more activity, as my recent commenter has noticed? But yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know. I don't notice that. I do notice there is a lot of people really interested in I almost said grudge, but grudge too, and GREER specifically, because I've had like countless conversations with people talking about GREER and speaking so passionately, and it's definitely not bots. If it's a smart, AI, that the agent that they send out in mass, maybe, but not even, so it's just a really confusing point for me. This guy seems really interesting. I've never heard about him though. Does anyone else know? I think there has been mention that he has his own channel.
As an ER, I'll tell you, when you're dealing with major emergency trauma like I did, you got to develop a sense of humor, or you're going to eat your gun. This stuff, when you deal at this level, you got to have a sense of humor.
I mean, yeah.
And you got to have fun.
Yeah.
And you got to have, my assistant here, Raven, and is an angel.
The thing about Steven, though, he likes to have fun. He's mentioned to be this big party guy on the JC Michaels podcast. It's really funny to me. I cannot imagine GREER being drunk and having fun and dancing. Like, this guy seems so straight up. Like, he just, he's just a little bit autistic. He likes all these weird things, very similar to someone I know. And it's really interesting to see him claim he does these things, but it just seems like that's not traits of his. And then all this stuff coming out. This JC Michaels interview was one of my favorite videos of the year. Check this out.
She's 27 years with me. My wife and I, 46 years together.
Congratulations.
I have dear friends that I've been with for 50 years. So, you have to develop a support team.
Yeah.
A network of people who, and you have to learn to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm a party animal. If you ever go out partying with, I'm wild, man.
That's funny. I feel like I've become more...
I'll be out 3 or 4 in the morning having a great time.
I've become more lame since all my, whatever partying I used to do has gone into the craziness of the topic. The topic is so crazy that I'm
you got to bring balance, man. You got to have some balance. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Balance. Mind, body, spirit. You have to balance it
That's
all.
true. Yeah. Always.
So.
And you'll see that the P3 operators, these psionic operators, that are operational at these bases where I've been now, they tend to look for left-handed people, bi and gay males, and females that have innate intuitive abilities.
Steven GREER gay confirmed, okay?
A peanut butter sandwich, lyrical lemonade. I fucking hate this warehouse, at least I'm getting paid. My car a piece of shit, but I still keep it clean. I gotta get this music out so I can live my dream. Life sucks, I'm hip, I smoke weed and talk shit. My friends think I'll make it. Too bad all my friends are brainless. Oh me, oh my, I've been drinking half my life.